So children, in the earlier classes, we have discussed about some of the many programs based on the arrays, right? So first we have discussed about the definition and the use of or why you use a array, right? And then we have discussed about the various operation on arrays, and then we have discussed about the matrices. And in the matrices also we have done all the arithmetic operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication. Division is not there in your syllabus, so only this much we have covered in case of matrices, right? Now after this, in today's class I will be discussing with you the last topic in this arrays chapter, that is some of the problems based on the arrays that you have. Okay, so some of the questions is selected from the board examination that we have. Some of the questions are from 10th and some of are from class 12, right? But the syllabus for this is also included in this session. All right. So the problems based on array is mostly depends upon the index number of the array, right? I have told you that whenever you will be you have to use any value on a particular index. For that you will be selecting the array name followed by the index number in the square bracket, right? So like over here you can see a question in which the array x is provided over here, and in the array x you have all the values like 4, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. All these values are there in the arrays. Now what we need to do, that we need to calculate the value of p and q, and the expression for p and q is provided over here, right? So let's coming over to the explanation for this value of p and q. I have just written the question, and now we will be solving the question over here. Okay, so the first question says that p is equal to x dot length. So we need to find the length of the array. So already I have told you that if you need to calculate the length of the array, what you will be doing, that you will be counting the number of array elements, right? So you will count the number of elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So it is written p is equal to x dot length, so that will be equal to 6. So value of p will be equal to 6 over here. Okay, in the first part we have now solved the question. In the second part you can see q is equal to x of 2. That means the value that is based on the second index in the array. So first write down the index number starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And you need to calculate x for x of 2. So x of 2 is 7 over here, plus x of 5 is 10 over here multiplied by x of 1. So x of 1 is 3 over here. So it will be equal to 7 plus 30. That is equal to 37 over here. Okay, so this is how you will be calculating the value for p and q. This is quite simple, that if you are using the length, you have to count the number of elements. How many number of elements are there? Based on that, you will be able to find the length of the particular array, right? And in the other question, we have just taken up the values present on the different indexes number, and we have performed some arithmetic operations on them. Finally, we have solved the value for q also. So now that we have calculated the value for p, that is equal to 6, and for q it is 37. Now we will move to the next question. Okay, in the next question you are having an array A, and you are provided with the parenthesis, and in the parenthesis you will have written the elements over here, right? So what needs to be done, that you have to calculate the value for this particular expression and this also, right? So in the first expression you will see it is written as a1 plus 2. So normal arithmetic operation will occur inside this square bracket, and the final value for this will be a of 3. When you will add 1 plus 2, that will be equal to 3, which is equal to how much? The index element third should be there, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so on index number 3 you have an element that is equal to 7. So 7 will be the answer for the first expression. Coming over to the next expression, in the next expression, it is written the index of A. Index of 1 is there. So on first index you are having the value 3 plus you are having blank string over here. So only spaces will be here, a space will be here, and it will be followed by the value of the array at the second index. So on the second index you are having a value that is equal to how much? On the second index you are having a value that is equal to 5, right? So 3, a space, and it will be followed by 5. So this is how we will be solving the second question. Now coming over to the third question. In the third question, you will be able to see that the array over here is n. In that array n, you are having these elements 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 13 and 16. Okay, and you need to find the value for x and y. So in this, what needs to be done, that we need to calculate the value for x over here, and we are having these function math.pow and math.sqrt. So let me briefly explain you about math.pow. Math.pow is used to calculate the power. If it is written as math.pow 2, 3, this will be equal to how much? It will be calculating the thing like 2 to the power 3. That means what? 2 raised the expression will be in the form of x and y, and you will be doing x to the power y. Okay. So when you will be calculating this, the value of it is equal to 8.0, because the value calculated in the power function is always in the form of a double data type, right? So the data type double will be having the value as 8.0. Now coming over to the other library function, that is math.sqrt, and it is used to calculate the square root of a number. So if you have written math.sqrt of 25, that will be returning the value as 5.0. So now that I have explained you about the function of the pow and the sqrt, now we will be moving towards this question. In the first part, it is x is equal to math.pow, and in the bracket you are having the value for n4. That means on the fourth index, whatever is the value. So let us write down the index number first. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now you have to calculate it for the fourth index number. Just one thing, this is 5 over here, so that square root can be calculated. No, it is okay. It is equal to 4, right? So on the fourth index, you are having a value that is equal to 7. So you will write down math.pow 7, that is n of 2. That means what? On the second index, whatever is the third, 3 is the value. Okay, so 3 is the value. Now if you will see it like over here, I have explained, if it is 2, 3, you will write down the power of 2 to the power 3. Similar thing will happen over here. Just the thing that because the power is because the number base is 7 is here and the power is 3, it will be equal to 343. This is how you will be solving the first question. Coming over to the second question, it says that y is equal to math.sqrt, and in the bracket the value on fifth index, is 9 over here, and plus the value on seventh index, which is 16 over here. 19 plus 16, what will be the value? Math.sqrt of 25. So when you will be calculating the sqrt of 25, it will be equal to 5.0. One more thing to add over here, 343.0 will be the exact value for this. As I have told you that the value return will be in the double form. So value for the first thing, that is x is equal to 343.0, and for y the value is 5.0. Okay. So in this manner you will be solving these kind of questions. So that's it in this video.